Good morning. I'm Dr. M. Subha, Assistant Professor, Amat University, Chennai, India. Welcome to today's class. We are going to have the poem No Men Are Foreign by James Falconer Kirkup. He was born in London on 23rd April 1918 and lived up to 10th May 2009. He passed away when he was 93 years old. He was a poet, translator, and travel writer. He became the Fellow of Royal Society of Literature in 1962. It is essential to know that during Second World War he refused military service. It is this denial of war, this idea denial of war is represented through the poem No Men Are Foreign. Stanza 1. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes, like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. The author insists by repeatedly using the word remember. The first stanza, first word is remember. He wants to remind the human beings that no men are strange and no country is foreign, which represents the commonality of human life. Beneath all uniforms, every country is having its own defense service and the soldiers are wearing their uniform. But beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. The Under the uniform, we find the human body, and laymen also have the common human body. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. Okay, all are common human beings, laymen, and the soldiers. All are walking upon this earth, and after their death, their bodies are buried under the same Mother Earth. Stanza 2. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvests, by war's long winters starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read our labor not different from our own. The sun is common to all, the air and water is also common to and all the human beings are fed during common days when the life is peaceful and happy, but during winter time or during war time or when some natural calamity takes place, when some natural disaster takes place, human beings do starve. But the hands of the soldiers and the common men are the same, and the labor executed by the hands is also the same. It's not different. Stanza 3. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be owned by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. The eyes, all the human beings are all having two eyes. We wake up or sleep with the eyes, and we gain strength by true love. And in every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. This is the common life which is lived by human beings on this Mother Earth, which could be understood by all human beings. Next stanza. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. Again, the author insists that during wartime, we are instructed to hate our own brothers who belong to other country. But when we do so, we dispossess ourselves, we betray ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and at last we condemn ourselves. So when we raise our hands against, arms against other fellow human beings who belong to other nation, last stanza follows. It is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. So when we raise our arms against each other, especially during wartime, against those who belong to other country, when we raise our arms against those who belong to other country, the human earth is totally spoiled. It's filled with wastage. Fire and dust outrage the human innocence, human love, human life, human existence of air that is everywhere our own. So, the air, the water, the sun, which is our own, and this human life is also one time bestowed, which should be cherished. Last line, remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. The poem starts and ends with the same utterance, that remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. Nearly for about 5 times, the word remember is used in the poem to insist upon the theme, the commonality of human life, and the author's denial of war. Second sentence, beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Beneath body breathes denotes alliteration. The first letter of these words are the same letter B. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Beneath body breathes denote alliteration. In the second stanza, war is compared to winter, because during both the times, during wartime and winter time as well, human beings starve due to lack of sufficient food, which leads to death. It's a beautiful poem that communicates the author's denial of war, and above all, he glorifies the commonality of human life and existence. Thank you.